Yeah, so today I'm gonna show you what we grow in the polytunnels in the spring. And here is our flowering almond. So we grow everything in the polytunnels. We have two large tunnels, and this first one is our sunniest, and we put all our trees inside, and this is our flowering peach. So this tunnel is quite big, as you can see, and here we have two types of apples. One is earlier, the other one is later for successional crop. Next to it we have pears, the same early one and the late one. And underneath I put some strawberries. There's different types of strawberries, so we can extend the growing season. Now, on the other side we have our peach tree. Behind them starting to come out asparaguses, because it's the time of the year. This one is cherry. Now you can see she will be flowering soon, so that's our early cherry. And this one is cherry that will be flowering a little bit later. There is another peach. I used to have a plum tree, but I bought it as a self-fertile tree and it just never produced anything because I don't think it was self-fertile. So I put instead of another peach here. And next to it is a damson. I love damsons. Like if you grow trees in the polytunnel, you can be assured that you'll have crops always, because there is no wind, there is no, bad winds, that it's not cold. So your apples and everything is much better, juicier and sweeter. Now we have another row of strawberries in here. So hopefully I'll bake, if kids don't eat it all, I'll make some jam this year, finally. So here we have crops from last year that I planted either in the late summer or in the autumn. These are sprouting broccolis. Unfortunately, geese broke into the tunnel about months ago and ate most of the leaves. So they are trying to come back, but they will. It won't be just earlier than I thought, but it will be later. We still have some greenery here. Winter purslane I planted last year and chard. Currently we are eating it, and also our rabbits are eating it. See, and this you can grow all year round for your rabbits and for your chickens. Now we have some free space here. There used to be Brussels sprouts, and today we're gonna be planting carrots. And behind it I have some spring onions that I planted last year, and some leeks. Same, planted last year and now they are growing finally. The other day I ran out of our our onions that I stored for the winter. So now we are eating leeks and spring onions. And behind it we have overgrown rocket, which now I feed to our chickens. They love it, and also perennial rocket, and they love it as well. So, and all this you can feed to our rabbits as well. So this is our first tunnel. All these crops will be up soon because they will start all going to seed, even those leeks. Like I planted them because I thought we were going to the market again, so I planted loads, but we don't do markets anymore, so it will probably just all end up in the seed soon, and I'll feed it to the pig. But then that's the self-sufficiency. So if you want to plant for yourself, I would plant about a third of it, if you just want a little bit for the spring before the onions come in. So this is our second tunnel. This is a middle tunnel. This bit is a little bit darker because we have a forest just behind us. We made a new stall for a goat. We'll see how many we're gonna get. So they will live here during the night, and then it will be out during the day when it's too hot. But it's okay, even in the winter they can live here. It's nice and sheltered. So next to them we have few beds that have been just fed. There's nothing in them. And on the other side I planted garlics. they're already coming up. And that second bed is onions, onion sets. So that's full. Next we have here broad beans. They are coming up nicely. And on the opposite side I planted some peas. There will be successional planting. First half and the second half is still empty. Because we all love peas, so we want the longest season as possible. And here we just fed this bed with last year's manure. And this is the hottest part of all of our tunnels, so I'm gonna be planting chilies, chili peppers here, tomatoes, cucumbers, and all those crops that need heat. Currently, oh, and French beans of course. Currently I have overwintering onions here. And these will be out in about months and a half, 2 months. So that will be our first onions this spring to eat. They are regular onions, so the only difference is that you plant them in the autumn and they sit there over winter, grow a little bit, and then they really take off in the spring. So then you have a continuous supply of your onions. And so this is our last tunnel. I call this cold tunnel because it has no doors on both sides, so it's much cooler than the other ones, and so we use it for crops that don't need heat that much, but they still benefit from the shelter. So this year, because it wasn't very fed, we fed the beds and we planted loads of potatoes everywhere. So you can see also that we put pallets around it, and the plan is that when we take out the potatoes in the autumn, we can put rabbits here or goats or anybody, so they will have a big run for the winter. Or pigs, that's another good way how to keep pigs, because they will dig up all the potatoes that you forgot in there, and so they will eat them. They will really root that soil nicely for you. So that's another way how to do it. And at the end of the tunnel we have more potatoes. So really this tunnel this year is just for potatoes, and I will have to somehow put everything else into those first 2 tunnels. And there is our bees at the end. They are not out at the minute because it's not that warm, but they will in a few hours. Yeah, so thanks for watching. If you like our videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.